I will let you, but we haven't finished that yet. Okay. Now, we've been working on shadow problems, but there are some other applications where we need to use similar figures to help solve for a missing length. Okay. There are people called surveyors who they measure distances using math. Okay. So we're going to get a little glimpse of what they do. Okay. So it might be hard to measure the width of a river. Doesn't that seem like it would be a little bit difficult to do? Okay. So in this river, we measured this distance and this distance, and then we measured this distance. And what that surveyor is going to do is they're going to use these to figure out the width of the river. Okay. You have a question? You're waving your arm around. Thought you maybe had a question. X is the width of the river. What number in the other triangle does it correspond with? Okay. I want you to somehow mark on your paper, like, I don't know if you want to make a stripe, make a highlight, however you want to do it. I want you to make a notation that those two are the same. They're the corresponding sides. Okay.
I just don't understand like which one needs to go on the bottom and which one's go on the top.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that. Okay. What side does 24 correspond with? 15. Okay. So Tony, we're gonna set up a proportion, and you might set it up slightly different than somebody else, but as long as it's consistent, we're gonna be okay. All right. So Tony, I just want you to pick one of those four numbers. Okay, Tony, what corresponds with 24 in the other triangle? Okay. So Tony wanted to write the ratio 24 over 15. Now, if we are going to write the ratio 24 over 15, I want you to notice that 24 came from the larger triangle and 15 came from the smaller triangle. Okay. Ooh, that was a terrible color choice. I'm gonna stick with it. Okay. So Tony, if we made that fraction of big triangle over small triangle, then what's the ratio we need to put on the other side? Okay, so remember that 24 came from the big triangle. So what's the other number from the big triangle?
82. Oh.
The big triangle.
What?
This is the big triangle right here. 24 is right here. Okay, so X, and what corresponds with X? 82.5. Okay, both of our ratios are big triangle over small triangle, and we kept with their corresponding sides. Okay, so now we can cross multiply. We have 15 times X equals, I'm going to need someone's help who has a calculator. That's everybody. Everybody should have a calculator. We have 82.5 times 24. What, Emma?
1980.
Is that what you said? Okay.
Wait, never mind.
Okay, and what's our next step?
You put the 15 under both of them.
Okay. Hey, Austin, if I'm asking Peyton for an answer, I want Peyton, not Austin. Okay. Okay, well, Austin, can you tell me what 1,980 divided by 15 is? 132 what?
So whatever one it corresponds with.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like if it's a number.
Okay, what we did is we went big divided by small, big divided by small.
So then it was gonna be big divided by small.
Well, it doesn't have to be, it could be small divided by big, but whatever it is, if you have this triangle in your numerator, then it has to be this triangle in your numerator over here too. Whatever triangle you choose for your numerator has to also be in your numerator on the other side. Okay. Just because I'm answering a question doesn't mean that you need to get all chit chatty on me here. All right, we're gonna look at number 10. It's asking me to find the distance from Avon to Franklin.
No one's listening.
If you say moment, homie.
What am I trying to solve?
The distance from Avon to
This? Is it this? Is it this? Is it this? This right here. Label it X. Alexander, we've all missed you, but we also all really need to learn math, including you.
If I'm gone. You've been gone for how long? Like a month?
Doesn't matter. Alexander, do you have this labeled X? Okay, excellent. Okay. Emma, what piece in the other triangle corresponds with X? 150. Cash. So we labeled that this X and 150 are corresponding. Okay. So Cash, do you agree that 80 and 128 are corresponding?
Yes.
Okay, so let's set up a proportion. Tony, are you ready? Are you with us? Okay, Peyton, what do you want to start with? What two corresponding sides you want to set up? Okay, so Peyton chose 80 divided by 128. What triangle did 80 come from? This top triangle right here, the smaller one. So if we're going to do the top triangle for our numerator and the bottom triangle for our denominator, we have to be the same. So Tony, I know you got this. What are we going to put on the other side?
Oh my God. Look.
Okay, which one goes in the numerator? This 80 is in the numerator and this 128 is in the denominator. So X needs to go in the numerator and 150. It doesn't always, but that's the way that we wrote this one. Okay.
And you put a circle around 8 and
Okay, so we have 128 times X equals, 80 times 150. What is it, Emma? 12,000 or 1,200?
No, it's 12,000.
Well, I'm just verifying.
You divide it and it gets rid.
Yes.
You divide 128 by both of them and you get 93.75.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, feet?
No, miles.
Miles. Okay, so I noticed that not all of us did our homework last night. So if you or somebody